Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our second original Lorwyn Access review, and this is going to be about the blue cards, starting from mana value in ascending order. So the first one on the list is Architect's Wheel. So it's a kindred sorcery merfolk sorcery. Put a flood counter on target land. That land is an island in addition to other types for as long as it has a flood counter. If you control Merfolk, draw a card. So this is obviously only goes into a Merfolk deck. It's not very impressive, I think, that either because you would have islands and probably plains. If your mana base is correct, you would just hit the right color. So I don't think you need this card. But it's maybe one way to make your deck like 39 card, right? So this can just cycle if you control Merfolk. But if you can't present the Merfolk while it's in your hand, then this is like technically a disaster. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see too much use of it in this format, but time will tell. Broken Ambitions, so it's an X and a blue instant counter spell. Counter target spell unless controller pays X. Clash with your opponent. Oh, jeez, this is how do you call it? Oh my god, this was cut from Alpha. Anyway, this is that plus Clash. If you win, that's by controller's mirror for card. Okay, wow, wow. But the Clash value is not that great, so you're not really getting much if you win the Clash, and you have to Clash for it. Yeah, this is just like a counter spell. I think it's Syncopate, right? Yeah, it's Syncopate. Sorry. Yeah, so it's Syncopate with Clash on it, but the Clash value is negligible. So yeah, I mean, if you want the Syncopate, pick this card. Partner. This card is $8. That's all you need to know. This is a common, one blue sorcery. Look at the top three cards, then put them back in any order. This is very good in Clash because put the highest value on the top. Surprisingly, that's how Clash works, and you draw a card. So yeah, so it cycles for free. Rearrange a little bit at the top. Yeah, it's free to put to your deck, and it's $8. Tide Shaper Mystic, so it's a 1 mana 1/1, another one on the long list of those. It's a Merfolk Wizard, and target lands becomes a basic land type of your choice until end of turn. Activate it only during your turn. Now, this one I think is very good in limited. This is blue mana fixing. It's very, very rare. Like, I wonder how this format will play out. Like, what are the multicolor decks, or do you want even a multicolor deck? In this format. I feel like there's 8 supported tribes, so one for each player. But who knows? If multicolor is a thing, then this is a card. So yeah, I really like this one. And lower wind eclipse, this would have been a heck of a card. Amoeboid, Amoeboid Changeling. It's an amoeba. Amoeboid Changeling, yeah. So it's a 1/1 for 2 mana. It's a Changeling. Shapeshifts to a creature or that jazz. And target creature gains all creature types until end of turn. Target creature loses all creature types until end of turn. I think this has a place in this format, weirdly. Like, I think there's enough things that references creature type that this can do some shenanigans here. Strange card. But I think there might be some engine which, this gets rolling. So, yeah, watch out for that if you see a lot of, like, typo thing that rewards. Like, I think this lets you, like, kind of put in all those typo rewards, like splashing it, basically. Yeah, I think that's the purpose of this card. Lets you splash typo rewards. So, yeah, Deep Tread Marrow. So it's 2 mana 2/1. I mean, I don't hate that in limited format. The artwork, unbelievable in this. Wow. It's retreading in the deep. And then for a blue, this creature gives Island Walk until end of turn. Oh, I got the combo. So, Architect's Wheel with the Marrow, and then you have unblockables. Yeah, that's actually not nothing. In Merfolk, if you pick up like 3 of these, and you start picking the Architect's Wheel, and then yeah, you have a little army unblockable. Familiar rules, so it's a blue instant, an additional cost to cast this spell, return a creature you control to its owner's hand, counter target spell. Huh. Yeah, counter spell with the downside or upside, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. Yeah. I think, yeah, like you need the ETBs, like you need like around 8 good ETBs, or 8 ETBs, and then you see value for this card. Huh. Marrow Commerce. This card is $20. So it's a Kindred Enchantment Merfolk, 100 blue, and at the beginning of your end step, untap all Merfolk you control. So Merfolks technically get Vigilance. Yeah, I don't know. It's $20 for some reason. Yeah, like I guess the joke here. Obviously the vigilance is the easy one, but if you need to tap your merfolk, let's say to a springleaf drum, you can leverage those, and then you can basically make sure that they can block on the swing back. So yeah, I don't know how powerful this is in limited. I don't think it's very much. But yeah, it's a card. I think probably it's more like a constructed powerhouse with convoke and stuff like that. Yeah, Ringskeeper. So it's one of blue fairy wizard with flying 1/1. When this creature dies, clash with an opponent. If you win, return this card to its owner's hand. Yeah, this one is not bad, I think. Yeah, like in fairies, like I don't know, they don't punch too hard. Like this is a 1/1 too, but the fact that at some percentage of the time where this dies, you get it back, like maybe I don't know what the percentage is, like 20-25%. That's pretty sweet. Because fly starts poking around, yeah. It's okay, it's like a sea level card. Shape Sharer. So this is a 1/1 2 mana shapeshifter changeling, and this is a rare, so it's better do something. And yeah, it does. So for 2 and a blue, target shapeshifter becomes a copy of target creature until your next turn. Wow. So this is good with every changeling, so it makes them better too. So you just basically get the best creature in the on the table, and then for 2 and a blue, any one of your changelings or shapeshifters can become that creature. Yeah, it's not bad. Silver Killer Depth, we know this. We know this from Modern. Well, not today, because Modern way past this creature, but it's a 2 mana 2/1 Merfolk Wizard. As additional cost to cast this spell, reveal a Merfolk from your hand or pay 3, while you reveal a Merfolk, obviously. And when this creature enters, you draw a card. So yeah, it's 2 mana 2/1 that replaces itself, an uncommon. That's a very reasonable card. I mean, if you can get 5 of these, which you won't, because it's an uncommon, but then yeah, you have heck of a deck, because this trades, and you get the card back. Silver Gear Dowser. So this is 2 mana Merfolk Wizard. Again, it's a 1/1. And target creature gets -X -O on the end of turn, where X is the number of Merfolk or fairies you control. So this works with fairies, which I think makes this card pretty reasonable. I mean, Merfolk is very good too. So like, like you can send in a lot more things to combat when you can like basically nullify one of their biggest blockers, and yeah, on that yeah, until end of turn, yeah. So this works against like on attack or block. So this was, yeah, this was pretty reasonable, I think. Spencer Sprite. Now, speaking of something less reasonable, so this card I think is unbelievable. Like not just like probably in limited too, more like Pauper, constructed. Yeah, used to be modern playable. So this is a 2 mana fairy wizard with flash and flying. It's a 1/1. That probably already adds up to like 2 mana. And then when this creature enters, counter target spell with mana value X or less, where X is the number of fairies you control. So this alone counters Source to Plowshares, but it obviously gets better because if you are in the fairy deck, then you're gonna be able to counter like 4 drops with this, and that's like pretty devastating that your opponent skip their turn, and all what they achieved is you having one another 1/1 flyer that hits them next turn. Yeah, it's pretty good. So Stunning Brock Angler, so it's a Merfolk Wizard for 2 mana, and it's a 1/2, which is a pretty best set line. But for 1 and a blue, you may tap or untap target creature. Yeah, I think this is solid. This is super solid. It gets blockers out of the way. You can do the end step tap your guy, might turn tap your other guy, hit you, trick, good offense, good defense. Yeah, then this card is super solid. Whirlpool Worm. So it's a 2 mana instant. Clash with your opponent and return target creature card to its owner's hand. If you win, you may put that creature on top of the library instead. Yeah, I think this actually does enough. Like I'm not a big fan of Clash. I think you heard from my voice probably. That's just like a very low probability of success mechanic. I feel like, unless you're on like I don't know 5 pounders. But this one, like I would play this card for any of the sides. So like getting a blocker out of the way or saving your own creature from removal, that's good enough for me for limited. And I think it's good enough today even. So yeah, and this gets a nice little bonus on top of it. That it could become like almost a Doomblade. Yeah, there's a lot to like here. Wings of Valisware, so it's 2 mana, Kindred Instant Shapeshifter, it's changing, and until end of turn, target creature has base power on toughness 4/4, gains all creature type, and gains flying. Yeah, this one I do like. Like this is a good blue combat trick. I feel like. Yeah, yeah, I think, like especially in Merfolk, when you have a lot of one ones, you can send them in, they do like a 3/3 block of one, and then you eat it for 2 mana. Yeah, that's good. And I don't know, I haven't seen cards which gets back like, certain type of cards from the graveyard, but if they do exist, then you can get this one back, which is sweet. Zephyr oh, this one was reprinted in several courses, so it's 2 mana, ancient creature. Ancient creature has defender and flying, and it's an aura. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that this card is good. Um, yeah, I think this is your 25th card. You just never may put it to your deck because they can still block with the creature, right? Like unless there's a weird scenario when they attacking you in the air, you need a flying blocker. But then if they have a removal, you got 2 for 1. So this is just bad all around. I feel like. Captivating Glance. So it's 2 and a white, it's an aura, ancient creature. At the beginning of your hand, step clash with your opponent. If you gain control of enchanted creature, otherwise that player gains control of enchanted creature. Okay, interesting, interesting. So yeah, yeah. So this one is like a control magic which moves the creatures back and forth. It's only 3 mana. Yeah, I don't dig this. Yeah, this is just not good. Like again, like I don't know how many times you are winning clashes, right? Because if it was guaranteed, then obviously this card's great. But if it's like 70% of the time, it's still a good card. But like, I don't think that's the percentage. It's probably like like yeah, depending on what you are in and what your opponent is. Like for example, Merfolk against Giants, probably less than 30% when you win clashes. But I think if you're comparative mid-range deck, like obviously they can draw land and you draw anything that wins a clash. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not impressed. Drowner of Secrets. So this is a 3 mana Merfolk Wizard. It's a 1/3. Depending on that Merfolk you control, target player mirrors a card. Now this one is, I think, is super good. This is an alternative win con, and this will really add up. Like if you have like 4 creatures, like and this is like instant speed. You still just never attack, and at the end of your opponent turn, they mill like 5 cards. That's like 4 turns away from them dying if they don't kill this. So yeah, this one is a good one. Ego Erasure, so it's a 3 mana Kindred instant shapeshifter changeling. Creatures target player controls get -2/-0 and lose all creature types until end of turn. It's all creatures. So I think that's part of it. And you can remove like Lord bonuses from them because they lose all the creature types. There is a place for that. Like all creature is a pretty big game on this one. So you can set up like an alpha strike, and then you don't need to worry that your creatures are dying on the block, like trades don't happen, right? Yeah, there's place for it. I think this card is actually good. Okay, so our next card is Fairy Trickery. So it's a Kindred instant, it's a fairy time. Counter target non-fairy spells is cancelled except for fairies. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it to its owner's graveyard. Yeah, so this is Dissipate, just a little bit worse than its concept common. I don't like cancels, I'm not a fan, and I'm gonna lose to this card. I think this is just a D or whatever, even lower, but people gonna draft it and then they beat me in it. Anyway, if you're a cancel guy, then you can get this card. Glimmer the Snap. So it's a 2 and a blue ancient Mentaura. Ancient tap creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Yeah, this is not bad. It's 3 mana. It keeps them tapped. Obviously, you need to take the first punch from that creature, but they don't untap, so that's pretty good. Jace Beleren, the Mickey Mouse of Magic, is here, and this is its first incarnation. He has the style, the emo look, the hoodie. Yeah, mysterious. It's like this is the nerd that the girls like in school. So yeah, Jace for you. It's 3 mana only for 3 royalty. It's 1 blue, legendary planeswalker. For +2, each player draws a card. Well, that's not that appealing. For -1, target player draws a card, which is gonna be you. And for -10, target player mirrors 20 card. So this one, yeah. So sometimes this works. Each player draws the card because that's like a win con. Basically, you tick it up like 4 times and then -10 and then you win the game is the joke here. and you can make them draw two the next turn if this survives. Yeah, I think it could probably with fairies, merfolks. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting planeswalker. You need to see how this plays in limited. In constructed, it was part of the time walk deck, so that was one of their win cons. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, sweet card. Marrow Regery. So this used to be modern playable too. And in limited, I think this is absolutely bonkers, this card. So it's a 3 mana 2/2. That's not the bonkers part. But the next line, other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1, so it's casually lowered. And whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. This is sick. So you can untap lands with this, or your Merfolk cost one less, right? You can tap their blockers, obviously, that's the use case really. Or you can untap something which you attacked with, and then, like have pseudo vigilance. There's so much play to this card. Like, this is one of the coolest designed like cards in Merfolk, like I probably think ever. And I can't wait to see this in this limited format for sure. Paperfin Rascal. So let's see, another Grey Ogre in Merfolk. When this creature enters clash with your opponent, if you win, put a +1/+1 on this creature. Yeah, this is just bad. Like, I mean, if you need 3 drops, this is a 3 drop, but that's not impressive. Like, if you don't win that clash, this is gonna trade down a lot of the times. If you win that clash, you get a 3 mana 3/3. Congratulations, right? Like, I don't think that that is a massively insane stat line even at the time of Lorwyn. So we had like 3 mana 3/3 in Tempest. But anyway, let's move on to the next card, Pestermite. Now this one was also modern playable. It's kind of insane, like how many modern playable cards Lorwyn, and that just shows like how powerful this set was. So it's a 2 and a blue fairy dog flash flying 2/1. That's already good. We don't need any more text on this. Just a flashes in and wind breaks them. But if you want more, when this creature enters, you may tap or untap target permanent. So it does that too. Yeah, this is super good. You can flash it in, like tap their biggest attackers. You probably skip combat. The next turn you're gonna hit them in the air. Yeah, this card is very good. Sign of Ona. Yeah, call her owner. So 2 and a blue for fairy soldier and 1/1 flash flying. That's not as good as Pestelmine, but other fairies get +1/+1, and other fairies have shroud. Yeah, so that one is pretty good. Like, I think if there's any bigger fairy, like, this is gonna be very annoying because the bigger fairy gets even bigger. That's one thing, but it does have shroud, so you first need to kill this, and if you have one removal, well, you are pretty much out of luck. And and not to speak about the fact that this has flash, so this can counter a removal. If they target your stuff with a removal, you flash that in, it's a shroud, it fizzles the removal, and now they are in a world of hurt because now they need 3 removal to kill the target creature because they need to kill this again, and then yeah, and they probably take a ton of damage. Yeah, this card is pretty good. Like, this card is, it's expensive too. Geez, like 18 or 18, yeah, dollars. Wow, it's crazy talk. Streambed Architect. So it's one blue for a Merfolk Scout, and for tap target Merfolk gets +1/+1 gains Island Walk until end of turn, and target land becomes an island until end of turn. This card is unbelievable. Wow. Jesus, that's like a 2/3 too. So it has some stat line which is not like, like shameful at all. 2/3/4/3 at the air was pretty good. And then, yeah, this is instant speed too. Wow. Yeah, so this is abusing a lot of combat situation. Like, there's a lot of these merfolk which stabs, deals damage, give minus axes, like this one gives stats. Yeah, combat against merfolk is probably a nightmare. Wow. And I think it works with some of the taps payoff because you can send those creatures in and manipulate the combat around them. Yeah, sweet stuff. Now I kind of understand what Merfolk is about in this one. Cryptic Command, one of my favorite cards of all time, one of the best cards of all time, one of the coolest cards of all time, is back. This goes into any blue deck. It's one blue. You need to be blue, obviously, to play this. It's an instant, and you can choose two. It's a 2/1 already. You can counter a target spell. You can return target permanent to its owner's hand. You can tap all creatures your opponent controls and draw a card. So yeah, I take a little bit of time to sing the song of Cryptic Command. So what is cool about this card? That if you have 4 mana and you have it in your hand and you know what you are doing, you cannot die on that turn. There is literally not much your opponent can do. There are obvious scenarios when they have an army of creatures, they have 3 life, and they have lightning bolt too. They can bait you out, but this stops them from attacking, tapping all their creatures, right? You can, like counter a spell if it's a burn spell coming at your face. You counter that, right? And then you can tap their creatures. You draw a card if there's nothing more exciting, and you can bounce like a critical attacker. So this one, yeah, this one is pretty unbelievable. Like if they do anything pre-combat, you're gonna get like a 2 for 1 value out of this, like very very easily. Yeah, this card is unbelievably good. Like it's very playtesting too. Yeah, like it's permanent too, so you can return lands. Like sometimes you can use this for mana fixing, returning your own other color land, play it again, so now you have one more people of that mana. Yeah, it's crazy. The opportunities on this card are like through the roof. Yeah, and an Ethereal Whisker Gill. So it's an elemental, it's a 4/3/4/4 with flying. Wow. Oh, okay, that's the catch. This creature can't attack unless defending player controls an island. So that's a combo with the Architect's Wheel. You make sure that you give them an island. So maybe that card is good in elementals. Oh no, sorry, because that one does not draw you a card. No, that's not really a good combo because you want to put it in your deck if it doesn't draw a card. But I think the Aquamoeba or something which was fixing the lands or Tide Shaper, that works with those. Yeah, okay. Fairy Harbinger. So the Harbinger cycle, we see it with the Kitkin already. It's a 4 mana flash flying 2/2, which again I can already get behind. And when it enters, you vampiric tutor a fairy and put it to the top of your library. Yeah, sweet card. It sets up your draws really nicely. Yeah, it's the only good things to say. Fellow Sage. It's a 4 mana Merfolk wizard 2/2. When it becomes tapped, you may draw a card. Oof. Yeah, it's quite the merfolk. Yeah, I think that those are the things which you wanna, like manipulate the combat around, send it in, make sure it survives combat, and then yeah, you can do it again. Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, even if you can get a trade out of it, that's pretty powerful because you send it in, they trade with you or draw your card back. One way to get ahead. Very good card, by the way. Glenn and the Pranksters. So it's a 1/3 flying for 4. Ooh, it's pretty underwhelming, but let's see the ability. When you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, you may return target creature you control to its owner's hand. Huh, interesting. I mean, this is heck of a card with spell starter sprites, because you can just loop them basically. Yeah, because you cast the sprite. If you have 2 of them, yeah, you can just control whatever, counter whatever they have, and then yeah, keep looping them. Yeah, it's pretty strong. I think there's some strong combos there. The stat line is very underwhelming though. Like I don't know why none of the fairies are taking more than one unless you have a lord in place, but hey, I know it's original Lorwyn 15 years ago. So Marrow Harbinger. This is a 4 mana 2 streamer for wizard with Island Walk. When this creature enters, you may search your library for Merfolk card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. So yeah, so blue has 2 of the Harbingers, the fairy one and the Merfolk one. Yeah, so same thing. Good card. Same same variation. Misbind Click. So Misbind Click. It's a 4 mana fairy wizard with flash flying 4/4. Yeah, you got me here. Looks like an A. Champion of Fairy. When it enters, you get the fairy underneath it. Obviously, you want 2 just in case. When a fairy is championed with this creature, tap all lands target player controls. Huh. Interesting. So there's a lot to like here. Like you can literally time walk them. If you do this on that upkeep, just like tap them down, and there's not much action they can do. Yeah, this is quite the click. This bind click. Yeah, very very good card. It's rare for a reason. Protective bubble, 4 mana, enchantment aura, ancient creature, and it cannot be blocked and has shroud. Oof. Yeah, I mean if you land this can turn around the game. Especially if there's a stall, like your creature cannot be killed and cannot be blocked. Yeah, the opponent is gonna be in a world of hurt if you have like a 3 power creature and you manage to sneak this on that. Quite good card. Scattering Stroke. So it's a 4 mana instant counter target spell, a little bit pricey. Clash with your opponent if you win at the beginning of next wave. Mana Drain is back, baby. So this is Mana Drain. You clash with your opponent, And if you win the clash, you mana drain them. You get an obnoxious amount of mana, and you're gonna cast your hand, and you're gonna win the game, and you're gonna be very happy. Wow, awesome stuff. 4 mana drain. That's the right price, and you need to clash to get the effect. Yeah, it's a real throwback. Sentinels of Glenalandra. It's a flash flying 2/3 fairy soldier. Yeah, I don't mind this. Like that's service avoid blocks, 2/1 flyers. Yeah, 2/3 does matter in the air, and well, those were the times. Today this would be 3 mana, and we would not necessarily even play it, but for the times this is good enough. Sour of Temptation. It's a 4 mana fairy wizard with flying. It's 2/2. When this creature enters, gain control of target creature for as long as this creature remains on the battlefield. So it's a control magic with a fairy staple on it, or a fairy with a control magic staple to it, depending on how you look at it. Artwork is fantastic, card is fantastic. If you give this shroud, congratulations, you store your opponent creature and hit them in the air too. Yeah, and yeah, only good things to say about this. This is like an A. Third spanner. So it's a 4 mana Merfolk Wizard for with a 2/2, and whenever this becomes tap, you may pay 2. If you do, return target permanent to its owner's hand. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, like this can put some pressure on your opponent. Again, you need to figure out a way to send it in, but I feel like there's enough stuff going on with the stat manipulators, unblockables, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is solid stuff. Okay. So what else we have on blue? So we have the Turtle Shell Changeling. It's a 4 mana 1/4 Changeling. And for 1 on blue, you can switch this creature's power and toughness until end of turn. The 4 mana for 1/4 stat line I don't like. I wouldn't like it for 4 stat line either. That gets you both, but more importantly, it's a changeling. I think it's a good curve filler. It procs nicely. It can trade or can hit hard, depending on. And this one is pretty good, probably with the aura, the shroud unblockable, because then you just switch it and start kicking them for 4 every turn. Yeah, and it's changeling, so it goes into every deck. Yeah, I think it's a very likable card. Phantom Troll. So it's a 5 mana sorcery. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal 3 no-land cards. Put the no-land cards revealed this way into your hand, then put the rest of the revealed cards bottom of your library. Jesus. So it's a 5 mana draws reaction. Yeah, I mean this is just an A. Like that's one way to win a magic game. Like rip 3 cards which you know are all action, and your opponent then draws 2 lands, and that's GG. Ink Phantom Divers is a 5 mana merfolk. With Island Walk, when this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of the library and put them back in any order. Huh. I mean, Island Walk is not bad, as also combos with the Architect's Wheel. It is a merfolk. It manipulates your library, so you're likely gonna draw action when you need. Yeah, this about adds up. Like, it's weird to call a 5 mana 3/3 good, and I'm not fully there yet either, but there's probably enough pieces here that adds up to something nice. Moor Drifter. Now, speaking of something nice, so this card again is unbelievable. It's only 33 cents because it was reprinted about like 100 times. But it's Pauper All Star to this day in a lot of decks. It's just a draw engine by itself. It's a 3/4 1. If you cost it for 5, and it's a 5 mana element of it flying. It's 2/2, but when it enters, you draw 2 cards. So you get a 3/4 1 from this. Or if you miss your land drop, you can evoke it and use it as a divination. So then you cast it, it enters, you rip your 2 card, and you sacrifice this, and you meet level land drop. Congratulations. Like, yeah, like if you see Mood Drifters, you take it. Like, I think this is just like an absolute A card. You take it over almost anything other than maybe rares, but it's like getting a 3/4 1. So then we're still gonna get as many copies as you can get. Like, we take every single one of them regardless whether it's 5 mana or not. Like this helps you meet your land drops too. So like because the first one, the subsequent ones are a lot easier. Aether Snipe, so it's a 6 mana elemental creature. When this creature enters, return target non-land permanent its owner's hand. So it's a mighty mana war. And you can evoke it for 3 and do the same thing. It's non-land permanent, so this could be anything. Yeah, this card is nice, I think. Yeah, there's a lot to like here. The fact that it has a utility at 3 mana helps you not getting overrun for some weird draws, and then at 6 you get a 4/4. Yeah, and the mana bar effect on it. So Solid card. Force Fruition, 4 mana enchantment whenever opponent casts a spell, that player draws 7 cards. Yeah, I think this card is very good, I think, in limited. If you are at 6 mana, you cast it, they have like 4 spells to cast. Yeah, they do a lot of lands. Let's say they draw a lot of cards, but they can't really cast them. Like they cast 3 spells and they mill themselves out. Yeah, probably 4 is the magic number. That's about the number of cards they can cast after that. So if you are ahead, then you slam this, that game is probably over. Yeah, the disaster scenario obviously when the first card they cast is destroy an enchantment. Then you're gonna lose that game. But outside of that, yeah, this card is getting there. Guile, so this is the cycle, the 6/6s, elemental incarnation. So this is 3 blue, blue, blue. And this creature can be blocked except by 3 or more creatures, which means it can be blocked. Like if your opponent puts 3 creatures in front of it, and then you have one removal, then they're gonna lose that game, so they're not gonna do that. It's like Troll of Khazad-dûm, this is just one way to say it's unblockable. If a spell or ability you control would counter a spell, instant exile that spell and you may play that card without paying its mana cost. Now this one is pretty good. Like I really love this card because like you can build control decks, and I think we've seen like 3 or 4 counter spells plus the fairy. Yeah, it's one reason to draft counter spells, guys. But even just having a 6/6 like triple mana, super solid card. Yeah. Wondervine Prophet. The 4 mana Merfolk Wizard used to be super expensive because of commander reason. The 6 mana 4/4 you champion a Merfolk. When enter the sacrifice unless you exile a Merfolk. And when this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice a Merfolk. If you do, take an extra turn after this one. Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to get this through. It does not have unblockable flying, but if you could, yeah, yeah. Like you can just like you can just basically win the game because like every turn, yeah. This doesn't say if it's not an extra turn when you deal the damage. So this can keep looping. Like you hit them with this, and like 2 other Merfolk, you sack one, get an extra turn, play 2 more Merfolk, hit them with 2 Merfolk, sacrifice one, get an extra turn. Yeah, you can keep going. Benticor, so it's a 7 mana elemental 5/5. That's okay. And when this creature enters, create 2/1/1 blue Merfolk tokens. Tap 2 Merfolk you control. Untap this creature, it gains Shroud. Oh my god. Like this card is amazing. This card is absolutely amazing. It's 7 mana 5/5 Shroud basically. And obviously you're gonna put it to a Merfolk deck even though it's an elemental. And then yeah, you're just gonna go to town because you're always gonna have the 2 Merfolk to trap it in response to any removal. I mean, even if you don't, right? Like they need 2 instant speed removal to kill this. That's crazy. Yeah, or at least one of them if they have an Oblivion and an instant speed removal in response to attack. Yeah, that's unbelievable. So yeah, this is blue for you. Thanks for watching, and we're gonna move on with black shortly. Blue looks exciting. Merfolk and fairies and some of the elementals, the counter spells, some good graphs. Yeah, looking forward to this set. This I think is probably a pretty cool set to look at from this era. So yeah, see you on the black set review, and yeah, see you then.